Hey everybody, thanks for watching MTC, actually kind of the Depot neighborhood, and we're talking with Matt Breimayer, the founder of Right Path College and Career Planning. Matt, thanks for taking the time.
You're welcome. Thanks for joining us.
It's an interesting time because school has started once again, and students are always thinking about what's next, where am I going to go, what am I going to do. Also, so much in the news over the past few years about college debt, student debt, and what kids want to do and what the best choice is. And so you're the man to talk to. What do you specifically do? Give us the kind of 30-second elevator speech.
Right. Most families come in here very overwhelmed and confused about the whole college planning process. Parents are wondering how they're going to pay for college. Students are wondering what career they want to go into. And with all of the information that they get mailed to throughout their junior and senior year, hundreds of brochures, peers are telling them where they're going to go. Students are very confused on where they want to actually go to school. And so we try to put all that together and say, okay, through a planning process, how are we going to pay for it? How are we going to get through this both financially and academically, choosing the right school? But more importantly, instead of choosing a school, maybe choosing a career.
Right. I remember having a discussion with my parents a long time ago. My dad asked, well, what do you want to major in? I said, well, I guess business, because it can kind of apply to a lot of different things. Mm-hmm. And then it just dawned on me. It was like, no, I want to be a sports guy. I want to be in TV. Broadcasting's my thing. So for me, it was easy. For better or for worse, I went into broadcasting, but I knew. Mm-hmm. So it was easy to pick a school to go to. But that's not always the case. And you made a point before we turned on the camera that school doesn't always mean 4 years. Doesn't mean the University of Michigan or whatever. It means other things too.
That's right. We have some great trade schools around. We have NMC right in our back yard here. There's a lot of opportunities that are out there. Most people think they have to go for 4 years, and that's not always true. Once again, instead of looking at college as just kind of the next step of where we go, why don't we look at what a career is? What do we want to do? Maybe it only takes 2 years of higher education to get to that career we want. And we always don't want to just look at the career based on what the income is from that. We know a lot of people making a lot of money who don't enjoy going to work every day.
Right.
We would love you to find a job that when you wake up every Monday morning, you love going to work. And maybe that means a 2-year degree, 4-year degree, 6-year degree, whatever that may be.
Right. Now, when I was looking at where I was going to go to school, my parents did send me to a counselor who did an assessment, and I could have told him, oh, you should be in communications. Well, yeah, I could have told you that. But you do stuff like that.
Right. We do a career and interest match. Once again, college is too expensive to go find yourself. So if we take a step back and say, okay, what are some strengths that you have? What are some interests that you have? And choose a school that's going to get you to that right career path, rather than choosing the school because maybe that's where your mom and dad went, maybe that's where your girlfriend or boyfriend's going, making sure it gets us to that point. And even maybe looking beyond that initial school and saying, okay, I want to work for a XYZ company down the road. Well, why don't we reach out to XYZ company and say, I'd love to work for you 6 or 7 years down the road. Where do you guys pull your designers from? And let them tell us what schools to go to rather than us trying to figure that out.
And I remember before I had hooked into broadcasting as a career, I thought I might want to go into landscape architecture. Mm-hmm. And here's something for you kids. It's never too early to start planning, because I went and interviewed with them. They said, well, we generally like our applicants to have about 2 or 3 years of internship already under their belt. And I'm thinking, uh-oh. I didn't do that.
You're exactly right. We highly recommend that you sit down with somebody local. So if you want to be in broadcasting, sitting down with a gentleman like yourself and finding the ins and outs, figuring out, what it does take to get into that career. Because a lot of times kids will go into these programs and by their 3rd year of college have to do an internship and get into that internship and realize this is not what I thought it was going to be.
Right.
So can we identify that early? Yeah. And then we are competing for jobs down the road. And so by having these internships, our careers or summer jobs along the way, we are helping our resume and getting our resume ready for the workforce, and or colleges maybe be competing for a seat at that college, and that resume, starting it early, may help that.
All right. Well, how can people find out more information about what you do?
Sure. You can visit our website at rightpathccp.com. Check us out on Facebook, also rightpathccp.com. We're over here in the depots, over at 510 Depot View Drive here in Traverse City. We are nationwide. We have clients from Michigan to Florida, New York to California. We also have academic and financial people on staff to help you through both the academic and the financial side of college. Phone number is 231 888-714-5001.
And I would assume that not waiting until your senior year to do that is a good idea. I mean, start 9th grade, 10th grade. As soon as you get into high school, start thinking about it.
Absolutely. Actually, there's scholarships out there for 13-year-olds.
Yeah.
So starting to maybe even work on the scholarship process now, and we help with that here too.
Excellent. Matt, thanks for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you.
In the Depot neighborhood in Traverse City, I'm Vic McCarty. My News 26.